Good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode 151 of Psycho's Platters. Just wanted to give everybody a thank you to all the shout-outs for the 150th episode celebration. Remember, I went off and I also added a contest, very brief one. I have two Beatles Yellow Submarine Mattel cars to give away, okay? Just drop here in the comment box what your favorite Beatles song is, or some Beatle memory or moment, okay? And you'll be thrown into the drawing if you choose to. If you don't want to, put that in there too. That'd be fine, and I totally respect that. Also, if you haven't checked out the last episode, go check out episode 149 where I review the new Kansas CD. That one has actually jumped in leaps and bounds. I even sent that one to the band themselves. Have yet to get a reply, but I just did that yesterday. So, always powered by coffee. Now, this particular episode we're going to go off and do is, well, it's another 45 show. But the reason for this one is I don't know who's dumping these things. I keep hitting the same two places. And I keep finding stuff. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But there's a slight difference this time. All of them had these sleeves. Remember these sleeves? Or at least you've seen them in record stores, or you have them your own self. These are the old green 45 sleeves that I even remember from record dealers in the 70s and 80s. Used to have these things. So this stuff here, I found out, like I said, I'm guessing came from a record collector. I don't know what happened. Half of these 45s, though, are promo stock. A lot of them are written with the station KPSI, and they were dated. KPSI, I looked it up. This is what I'm kind of calling is the KPSI collection, some of it. KPSI was a station in Palm Springs, California, and it originally got started in 1956. I'm led to believe that they played music until about 1984 when the call letters got changed, and shortly before the station went dark this year, it went and revered back to the KPSI call letters. So I think it's really cool to find these things. So let's get started off here. Like I said, I got about 8 or 9 of these things. On Verve Records, A Tisket a Tasket from 1957, Ella Fitzgerald. I rarely ever find any Ella 45s. I thought that was really cool. Fess Parker on RCA from 1964, The Ballad of Davy Crockett. Now, like I said, this one here was written KSPI September 21st, 1964. This one here was really, really cool. I couldn't believe I found this, but this is so much cleaner. On the Vic label, Shabooms with Lulu from September 1957. The Shabooms used to be the Chords. In 1951, they formed as the Chords until they found out there was a different Chords out there. So in 1954, they became the Chord Cats. And then by 57 they were the Shabooms, and they stopped in 1961. But Lulu's a really cool song, and then of course they do I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire, which is a typical standard for back then. But really, really cool to have that in the collection. That one normally goes for about a $30 to $50 record. I'll explain about these records again in a minute here. This one here, very, very cool. From November 1957, Bill Haley and the Comets, okay, with Mary Mary Lou. This was originally off of the album Bill Haley's Chicks. This one here is in green. It's a promo copy, but it's in green label. I didn't even know that they made green label promo copies for Decca, because I'm so used to the pinks and the blues. So to see this, I thought was really, really cool. This one here usually goes for, at least on a stock copy, I think this was a $25 to $30 record. The picture sleeve is the thing here. I didn't even know they did a picture sleeve for this. It goes for normally $80 to $100. And the other thing I didn't realize is, at least for the Decca output, they only did one other picture sleeve for the song Billy Goat. So if you've got that picture sleeve, you got a cool picture sleeve. But I've just never, this is my first Bill Haley's Decca promo. Really, really nice. Like I said, from November of '57. This next one here is a little bit weird, at least in my opinion. This one came out a couple years after his death. Sam Cooke, white label promo on RCA Victor, Let's Go Steady Again, and the flip is Trouble Blues. Now, Let's Go Steady Again originally was put out in 1959 on the Keane Records. It was the B-side to his hit single Only 16. Trouble Blues, which is the flip on this, happens to have Hal Blaine from the Wrecking Crew along with a bunch of other people, including a 16-year-old kid by the name of Billy Preston. Yes, that's right. This, if I remember correctly, was recorded around 1963, I want to say, for that. So that one was really nice, too. Johnny Horton, I Just Don't Like This Kind of Living. This one came out in February 1965. This is a Columbia white label promo. I wish it was red vinyl, but it's standard black. It was recorded actually in 1960, because in late 1960, Johnny Horton got killed in a car crash. He left a lot of material, but this was a Hank Williams written tune that he did for Hank's 13th single, which was released on MGM Records in January 1950. So this came out, like I said, in February 1965. This next one, kind of really cool. It was a head scratcher. I finally got to hear it today, though. Pink label, Decca, Back to School Again Blues. This one's from 1957, and it's rockabilly. This one and rockaboogie on the flip side on this. Really cool stuff. I have never heard of Andy Quinn. I'm led to believe he did 2 or 3 45s for Decca, and then he just disappeared. I normally pass this kind of stuff up, but when it's a promo white label of the Chipmunks' Do Re Mi from 1965, I couldn't pass this up. The flip side, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Say that 5 times fast when you're trying to drink. Nah, I don't think so. Very, very cool to find this. And then lastly, from July '61, completely different though, on London, it's a German Duane Eddy import of Driving Home with a flip side of Tammy. Very heavy vinyl this German pressing is. I have to tell you also though, about 90% of those 45s, stone mint condition. I couldn't believe it. These things are beautiful. And the Sam Cooke, I'm giving to my son Michael, because he is a Sam Cooke fan, and I know he's gonna really love that 45. But the rest of them, I'm gonna spin them and tape them down, and maybe I'll sell them in the future and keep some of them for myself too. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit. Like I said, that was just in the last couple days I found those. I was very, very happy for that. No new subscribers yet, but you know what? Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies about Psyko's Platters, please. Wax Museum with Ronnie Dark and Night Owl Lounge with Mike Adams, Sunday night. 2 best damn rock shows I know, 6 to 9 p.m. Central and 9 to 10 for Mike's show, along with This Is Rock and Roll Radio. Carl and Dana are back. Yes, I know they've been back for a couple weeks. 8 to 11 p.m. Central Standard. 30 Music Collectors Group, Tim Smith and Company, always doing what they do best. Shindig Magazine, the best English rock magazine there is. And lastly, the YouTube vinyl community. Without the YouTube vinyl community, none of us would be here doing what we love to do around here. So once again, guys, you take care, God bless, rock on, and I'll see you next time.